What's up, passionate DJs? Yesterday, RANE announced two important updates to some very important pieces of gear. Of course, I'm talking about the Mark II revisions of the RANE 72 mixer and the RANE 12 players. Now, when that was announced yesterday, we happened to be doing a recording of the Passionate DJ podcast with our friend Jesse, also known as Fatty Lumpkin, who happens to be basically Dave Chappelle's resident DJ and an amazing turntablist. And so he has a lot of great things to share in the episode, which will come out this coming Monday. But we wanted to share this first part of the episode with you right now, right away, so that we could give you kind of our initial reactions about this new stuff coming out from RANE. And if you'd like to know a little bit more about this stuff, maybe a little bit more in-depth, a little bit better produced video, I actually put one together for the DJ Hookup, and you can go view that by just clicking the link in the description below this video. So we're going to go ahead and go to the episode with myself, my co-hosts, and our special guests talking about new RANE gear. Let's get it on. I want to start with a bit of news because today, the day that we're recording, there was actually a new hardware announcement, which Tripp brought up right before I hit record. I said, wait.
And then he told me, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. Save it for the show.
So RANE announced the release of the Mark II versions of the 12, which is the players, the turntable controller style players, and the RANE 72 mixer, which is that battle style mixer, kind of like the Pioneer S9 style with the momentary paddle switches for the effects and all that kind of stuff. Kind of the big deal with the mixer is it comes with better faders now. It's got Mag 4 faders, including the crossfader, and they actually added an external tension adjustment for the crossfader so that you can, without even opening the case, you can adjust that.
That's nice.
Tension of the crossfader. And then they added a couple of things, like they have dual DVS inputs now, so on the back of that mixer, one of the inputs for each channel says aux, and it will accept that as timecode input now. So I guess if you want to kind of expand your setup or whatever. But those kind of setting changes are firmware updates that are actually coming to the first mixer. So if you own the first one, you don't necessarily want to upgrade just to, unless you really want those faders. But then
and if you're going to do that, go ahead and hit us up on the Passion DJ Marketplace.
Well, those faders are replaceable, and so they said they're going to make these faders available for owners of the original 72. So you can actually just swap them in. So it's pretty similar in that regard. However, the RANE 12 Mark II, kind of the big deal about that, everybody saw this, was it Jazzy Jeff or was it Craze? I can't remember, that somebody posted a live stream. I want to say
and someone was like, hey, what's that mixer?
They're like, wait a minute, that's the RANE 12, but there's more buttons.
Yeah, that was Craze.
Yeah, like what's going on with that? And so this is what it was. Yeah. The big deal with that is it's not just for Serato anymore. They've opened it up, at least for DVS and MIDI, USB MIDI control for Traktor and Virtual DJ. So they've kind of, not the mixer, that still requires Serato, but now you can get those kind of RANE turntable,
Here's hoping for that next stimulus check.
Right. So what I don't know is how Traktor and Virtual DJ friendly is it really? Like, is it literally like going to be the same experience as it is with Serato?
Or is it one of those you got to get in there and start MIDI mapping and all of that?
Have they been friendly like that before across platforms?
RANE?
Yeah.
No. They've been pretty Serato-centric for a long time, haven't they?
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if this is their first go-around.
Fatty, have you ever played on you're kind of a RANE guy, right? Have you ever played on the 12s or any of the newer RANE mixers?
I have not tried any of that.
You use a 57 or 56?
57.
So you've probably been beating on that thing for a while.
About 10 years, yeah.
Yeah, they can take it, right?
Yeah, I say it obviously sturdy.
Yeah. For those of us in our audience who aren't aware, you're an incredible scratch DJ, and you're not easy on equipment. Right?
No, I wouldn't like RANE has been the best. Vestex ruled the world for a long time, but then RANE came out with those. That thing's had a beer spill in it. and it still goes just like, you know, right out of the package.
Yeah.
The faders and everything have just been key for a long time.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's cool because this is kind of the, you know, the spiritual successor to a mixer like this. You know, just adding all the modern, the fancy waveform screens and the, you know, the new paddle style effects and all that. And then with the 12s, the players, they also added just a tiny little OLED screen, and it shows like your BPM and stuff like that. And they added a scroll knob and a back button for browsing tracks and stuff, which they probably did because they added Virtual DJ and Traktor support, because now you might not be using it with the mixer, which has all that stuff on it.
Right.
Now you might pair it with a Traktor Z2 or something like that.
So soon to be just a turntable you can plug a USB in and leave it at that and go with it. Hopefully the next couple versions.
You would imagine that's where like a newer version of, remember the old Technics ones that they had?
Yep.
I think it was.
I owned a pair for about 6 days. I hated them.
There was someone that hacked it a few years ago. A Russian guy put a small hard drive.
That's right.
In that turntable.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then they changed the start-stop button to be a plunger style like this from the Technics, so just to make it a more familiar thing. So again, you know, little iterations, little changes, couple of creature comforts, but nothing major. Just kind of a nice update for, especially if you don't already own it, or if you're a Traktor Virtual DJ user, maybe you're giving those a second look where you weren't before. So the 72 Mark II and the 12, they both released in the third quarter.
I just saw the price.
Right.
Yep, the 72 is $18.99, the 12 is $8.99 each.
Okay.
I mean,
Yep, that's pretty much it. Oh, and I put together an initial kind of overview video for the DJ Hookup. You can go check that out in the description box below.